What you're about to discover will absolutely leave you speechless because the British royal family just made a move that nobody saw coming, and it involves Princess Catherine receiving something so extraordinarily rare that it's sending shockwaves throughout royal circles worldwide. The glittering symbol of power and prestige that just graced her head at the German State Banquet isn't just any tiara, it's a historical treasure that carries the weight of centuries and the legacy of one of Britain's most formidable monarchs. This is the kind of honor that transcends fashion and enters the realm of profound royal significance, and when you understand what this truly means, you'll realize we're witnessing history being written right before our eyes. The magnificent tiara that adorned Princess Catherine's head during the spectacular German state banquet belonged to none other than Queen Victoria herself, the legendary monarch who ruled the British Empire for an astonishing 63 years and gave her name to an entire era. This isn't just a beautiful piece of jewelry we're talking about, this is a crown jewel that has passed through the hands of queens, witnessed the rise and fall of empires, and survived world wars, political upheavals, and the transformation of the British monarchy itself. The fact that Catherine was chosen to wear this particular tiara speaks volumes about her position within the royal hierarchy and the trust that has been placed in her by the institution she serves. Queen Victoria's tiara is not something that gets casually pulled out of the royal vault for just anyone or any occasion. This exquisite piece represents more than wealth or beauty, it embodies the continuity of the British monarchy and serves as a tangible link between the past and the present. The craftsmanship alone is breathtaking, featuring diamonds and precious stones arranged in designs that reflect the artistic sensibilities of the Victorian era, an age when Britain stood at the height of its global power and influence. Every facet of every stone in that tiara has caught the light at countless royal events spanning more than a century, and now those same stones are creating new memories on the head of the woman who will one day be Queen Consort. The German State Banquet where Catherine wore this historic tiara was itself an event of massive diplomatic importance, bringing together two nations with deeply intertwined histories and futures. State banquets are among the most formal and significant events in the royal calendar, where every detail is meticulously planned and every gesture carries meaning. The choice of tiara for such an occasion is never random or merely aesthetic, it's a carefully considered decision that communicates messages about tradition, respect, and the continuity of royal lineage. By selecting Queen Victoria's tiara for Catherine to wear, the palace was making a statement about her role, her status, and her future within the royal family. What makes this honor even more extraordinary is understanding just how selective the royal family has been historically about who gets to wear Victoria's personal jewelry. Queen Victoria was not just any monarch, she was a woman who transformed the British monarchy, expanded the empire to unprecedented size, and became a symbol of an entire age. Her personal effects carry tremendous sentimental and historical value, and access to them has always been restricted to only the most senior and trusted members of the royal family. For Catherine to be granted permission to wear one of Victoria's tiaras demonstrates the confidence and approval she has earned from the institution and likely from King Charles himself. The journey Catherine has taken from a commoner to a princess who wears Queen Victoria's tiaras is nothing short of remarkable. When she married Prince William, there were questions and speculation about how she would adapt to royal life and whether she would be accepted by the traditionalist elements within the palace and the broader aristocracy. Year after year, Catherine has proven herself through her dedication, her grace under pressure, her commitment to charitable causes, and her ability to represent the monarchy with dignity and warmth. This tiara moment is symbolic recognition of that journey and the position she has secured through her own merit and hard work. The significance of this privilege becomes even clearer when you consider the other royal women who have worn or not worn such historically important pieces. Throughout the decades, access to the most prestigious tiaras has been carefully controlled and reserved for moments of supreme importance. The fact that Catherine was chosen for this honor at a state banquet, rather than at a smaller or less significant event, amplifies the message being sent. The palace is signaling that Catherine is not just a member of the royal family by marriage, she is now an integral part of its foundation and future. Beyond the historical and symbolic importance, there's something deeply moving about seeing these connections across time. Imagine Queen Victoria herself wearing that very tiara at state functions during her reign, meeting with dignitaries, representing her nation, and carrying the weight of empire on her shoulders. Now imagine Catherine wearing that same piece, continuing that legacy in a modern context, facing different challenges but carrying forward the same commitment to service and duty. It's a powerful reminder that the monarchy, whatever one's personal feelings about the institution, represents an unbroken chain of tradition stretching back centuries. The public reaction to seeing Catherine in Queen Victoria's tiara has been overwhelming, with royal watchers and historians immediately recognizing the significance of what they were witnessing. Social media exploded with commentary and analysis, photographs were scrutinized from every angle, and experts weighed in on what this choice of jewelry really meant. The consensus among those who understand royal protocol and symbolism is clear: this was a major moment that elevated Catherine's position within the royal hierarchy in a way that words alone never could. Sometimes the most powerful statements are made not through speeches or proclamations but through gestures and symbols that speak to those who know how to read them. For Catherine personally, wearing Queen Victoria's tiara must have been an extraordinary experience filled with awareness of the responsibility and honor it represented. She's known for taking her royal duties seriously and for understanding the historical weight of the position she occupies. To place a piece of jewelry on your head that was worn by one of history's most famous monarchs, to feel that weight, both literal and metaphorical, and to carry yourself with the grace and confidence required for such an occasion demonstrates the kind of character and preparation that Catherine has developed over her years in royal life. The German State Banquet itself was a glittering affair that showcased the best of royal pageantry and diplomatic ceremony. The guest list included political leaders, cultural figures, and members of both British and German high society. The decorations were sumptuous, the protocol was flawless, and every element was designed to honor the visiting dignitaries while displaying the splendor of the British monarchy. In this context of formal magnificence, Catherine's appearance in Queen Victoria's tiara was the crowning detail that brought together history, diplomacy, and royal tradition in one unforgettable image. What does this rare privilege tell us about the future of the British monarchy? It suggests that the institution is placing enormous confidence in Catherine as someone who will help guide the monarchy through the challenges and changes of the 21st century. It indicates that she has proven herself worthy of the trust and responsibilities that come with her position. And it demonstrates that the royal family understands the power of symbolism and tradition in maintaining relevance and connection with the public. Catherine wearing Queen Victoria's tiara wasn't just about fashion or appearance, it was about continuity, legitimacy, and the passing of responsibility from one generation to the next. The choice of this particular tiara for this particular event and this particular person represents the kind of calculated decision-making that happens at the highest levels of royal planning. Every state visit involves months of preparation, and the selection of jewelry for the royal women attending is part of a complex process that considers diplomatic messages, historical appropriateness, and the personal style and status of the wearer. For all these factors to align in favor of Catherine wearing Queen Victoria's tiara speaks to how far she has come and how central she has become to the monarchy's present and future. As we reflect on this extraordinary moment, it's worth considering what Queen Victoria herself might think if she could see her tiara adorning the head of a future Queen Consort more than a century after her death. Victoria was a woman of strong opinions and deep commitment to duty, someone who took her responsibilities with utmost seriousness and expected the same from others. Would she approve of Catherine? Based on everything we've observed about Catherine's dedication, work ethic, and commitment to service, it seems likely that Victoria would recognize a kindred spirit, someone who understands that wearing the crown, whether literal or figurative, is not about privilege but about responsibility. The images from that German state banquet will endure as historical documents, photographs that future generations will study when they want to understand this period in royal history. They'll see Catherine in Queen Victoria's tiara and understand that something significant was happening, that trust was being demonstrated, that continuity was being established, and that the monarchy was adapting while honoring its traditions. These are the moments that define eras and create the historical narrative that connects past, present, and future into a coherent story of institutional survival and evolution. This rare privilege granted to Princess Catherine reminds us that the British monarchy, whatever its challenges and controversies, remains an institution deeply rooted in symbolism, tradition, and the careful management of its historical treasures. The tiaras, crowns, and jewels in the royal collection aren't just valuable objects, they're vessels of meaning that carry the stories and legacies of those who wore them before. When Catherine placed Queen Victoria's tiara on her head, she became part of that story, linking herself to one of history's most significant monarchs and accepting the responsibility that comes with such an honor. What do you think this rare privilege really signifies about Princess Catherine's future role in the monarchy, and does wearing Queen Victoria's tiara change how you view her position within the royal family? Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss our royal coverage. Drop a like if you found this fascinating, share it with fellow royal enthusiasts, and comment below with your thoughts on this historic moment. Your engagement helps us bring you more incredible royal content.